In this video, I'll be sharing my experience at the May 16 through 19, 2024 Dallas Card Show. Another excellent weekend brought to you by the folks at the Dallas Card Show, Kyle and his team. Really great stuff. So much fun. I just love it so much. I'm going to talk about these cards in order of release. So they're going to be oldest to newest. So there's going to be some like, oh my gosh, and then some like, oh, that's kind of cool, but not really. Can you move on? Thanks. And then there's like, oh, that's cool. And there's going to be kind of a lot of variety here. So let's get into it. First thing first, this is a 1973 Topps Willie Mays SGC Authentic. It's trashed, but the centering is amazing. It's got great centering. A lot of creases, dinged corners, rounded corners, actually. Frayed corners, actually. But the eye appeal is amazing on this card. Yeah, $10 for me. I thought that was great. I guess the seller had this card for a really long time, like decades, and he's like, I just figured I'd get it graded because why not? I was like, well, that's kind of a cool thing to get. The final Topps card that features Willie Mays. Yeah, his last Topps card. This was it with the Mets. Mays is a legend. He passed recently, really sad. But he had a long life, and he's well-known legend. Well into the 600 home runs, and he hit without gloves. That's crazy. I think Hank Aaron was like that too, just hitting without gloves. I would just be shattering the bones in my hand. Oh, it'd be so painful if I hit a home run without gloves. But he did it for a long time. Legend, really great stuff. But yeah, this card is beautiful. It's been well enjoyed. It's such a cool thing. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh. The guy had some others like low grade, and nothing with the eye appeal like this. This has amazing eye appeal. 73 is notorious for bad centering. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, it's been around the block a few times, but it still looks good. It still looks great. You know, for your age, you look amazing. It's such a backhanded compliment. Your hair looks so much better now. It's like, yeah, well, didn't you like it before? Like, what's the matter with it? It's just a backhanded compliment. But this card presents beautifully. It does. I don't think I'll put it on my museum. I'd rather get a higher grade of this card, but I'm not chasing it, so I probably will never have this card on my museum. But it's a great card to talk about in these videos, and I'm sure if I ever discuss the 73 Topps set again for any reason, I have something to use. So, cool set. This is the 1973 Topps Willie Mays SGC Authentic. Love that. Next on the list here, I've wanted this card for a long time. Not as long as the Mike Piazza Refractor from the previous video, but I started wanting this card, I think in 2015, maybe 16. So it's been a while. And they were cheap for a long time. Like pre-pandemic, you can get them for like $60 for PSA 8s. I was looking at 8s at the 2019 National. I just never liked them. The edges were bad. The centering wasn't amazing. Granted, 86 Topps football centering is never amazing. It's rarely amazing anyway. It's always top to bottom an issue. But yeah, the ones I'd seen previously, issues with the edges, like I never liked any of the ones I'd seen, but I wanted an 8. I was like, do I hold out or do I just get one of the 8s that I don't love? I didn't buy them. And the pandemic hit and 8s blew up, and I was like, well, forget that. I'm not going to buy an 8 now. Forget it. Like a Jerry Rice want is in the background. It's like the 2001 Topps Chrome Retrofractor Ichiro. Like, never going to be able to own that now. I missed the boat on that card. Yeah, I could have got a 9 for like $500 back in 2019. Now you can't touch that card for a 9 for like less than $3,000. It's just too expensive. But that's the market for you. So when I saw this card is not perfect, but it's an 8. It's a good solid 8. It's got great eye appeal. The edges look clean. The centering is good enough. There's a registry issue at the top edge there. The top, you can see that the field stripes, they don't line up, those top 3. But I'm happy with this. Well, it's more expensive than they were in 2019, but not nearly what they were during the pandemic spike. I was happy to finally get the Jerry Rice rookie card in a PSA 8. So this is museum quality. This will go up on, I'll do a high-res scan and I'll put up on museum. in the football gallery. So really glad to finally get the Rice rookie. I've wanted this card for a long time. Long time. This is up there with like the Montana rookie, Marino and Elway rookies, which are still cards I'd like to get in 8s. Those are pretty affordable still in 9s, though. Football is great. Vintage football is so cool. So many great cards. Gosh, I need to chip away more at that side of things. I don't do it enough, but I chase like specific cards and I go after them, but I'm like so picky because they're so available. It's like the Warren Moon rookie from 85 Tops is another one I want, but it's available. And so I'm not, and it's also like a, the other drawback to that set is it's a horizontal set, which I don't love, but it's a great set. It's a black border. I mean, they're awesome cards. I don't know when I'm going to buy that card in a higher grade. Maybe someday. Warren Moon's another favorite of mine, but it's really glad to get the Rice. What a great card to have. Gosh, classic card to get. This is my first one. I don't have any raw copies or anything like that. He has a section in my football box. Obviously, just a great player. I'm really glad to get this finally. This is the Jerry Rice 1986 Topps rookie card, PSA 8. Moving on here. Love this. 1990. Tulsa Drillers, all-decade best, Juan Gonzalez. So yeah, 1990 was the year that Juan Gonzalez entered the major leagues as a Texas Ranger. And he's on a really excellent Don Russ card that has like the reverse negative variety. Gosh, the memories I have of that card. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I've been watching this for a little bit on eBay. And I met the guy who had it at the show. And so I was like, you're the guy who's got this. And he's like, yeah, that's me. And so I dealt with him for this. It was, it was relatively expensive in comparison to other stuff I was buying at the time. Like this was like $10 or $15. I think in that range somewhere. I don't remember. But this is a somewhat rare card. And I've always liked Juan Gonzalez. I filed him heavily in my G binder with Ken Griffey Jr. and a bunch of the other guys in that G letter and those era-specific guys. Love Juan Gon. Good stuff. Glad to get this. I don't think I'll put it on the museum, though. I don't think it's museum quality. It's just the minor league stuff is a very hit or miss with me. I'm very picky with what gets added. But glad to have it in the graded archive. Super glad to get this. Such a cool card. Tulsa Drillers have featured some great players. Sammy Sosa's got a Tulsa Drillers cards, and there are others. But because this is a Rangers affiliate. And Sammy Sosa was drafted with the Rangers before you see him on the White Sox in 1990. Yeah, 89 Donruss baseball's best. He's a Ranger. So he has Tulsa Drillers stuff because they're a Rangers affiliate. So that's really cool. This is the Juan Gonzalez 1990 Tulsa Drillers all-decade best, BGS 9. Moving on, love this. This is Larry Walker, 2000 Topps Chrome Refractor. I just think they just look good. This card just look really nice. I've had the Frank Thomas Refractor of this card for a long, long, long time, so it's not something I chase anymore. But when I find these for a good price, I grab them for players I like. And Larry Walker was a great hitter. He's a section in my A box that's quite large, not nearly what like my Ripken or Piazza or Griffey or McGuire sections are. Those are hefty sections, but Walker stuff is pretty dense. I'd say it's like half a row of a 3,200 count box, like half of one of the rows as it stands right now. And in the future, it's probably going to grow, obviously, because I get his stuff sometimes. But yeah, these cards are great. The Topps Chrome Refractors have really picked up value over the last 5 years. The pandemic spike probably caused that, and a carnival of other things that have increased in value because of that. So when I saw this, I think it was like $10. So I just get it and be done with it. I was like, this will be a good add to my video. I think this will be video quality stuff. So cool stuff. Great design. This is the Larry Walker 2000 Topps Chrome Refractor. All right, next on the list here, Ken Griffey Jr. makes a list with 2000 UD Ionics Biorhythm. The reason why I'm adding this is because I bought a pack of 2000 UD Ionics at one of the shows for like $1 or 50 cents. I don't remember what it was. I was like, I just buy a pack. And I pulled this. Man, in 2000, if I had pulled this card, my gosh, I would have been floored pulling a card like this in 2000. And I'm showcasing it because I pulled it in a pack and I never open wax ever. I have a whole box, like a 3,200 count box, stuffed to the brim with sealed packs of stuff I just acquired over the years. This is like high-end packs, is like 99 Flavor Brilliance and some other stuff, but there's no surprises. Like I know what's in this stuff. Like I don't need to open it. I just like keeping it sealed. Yeah, I picked up a pack of 81 tops in that lot, and I'm just gonna keep it sealed. I know what's in there. I have all the cards I want in that set, so I'm just gonna leave it sealed and put it in that box if it fits. The box is pretty densely populated with sealed packs. And I bought a whatever sealed packs of 95 Ultra he had, I think like 20, and I pulled a Cal Ripken Jr. gold medallion, a Fred McGriff hitting machine gold medallion, which were cool cards, but I didn't make the video just because they're cool, but whatever. This one's the coolest of the stuff that I pulled. Yeah, I pulled some other star players, but this one kind of, I thought it was cool because I don't open any wax ever. So when I do and I pull something cool, I may as well feature it. UD Ionics was a cool set from Upper Deck, and it brought us a lot of interesting insert sets, and this is one of them. Biorhythm. Love this. I don't really have much more to say about this card other than the fact that I just pulled it out of a pack, which I thought was cool. So there you have it. This is the King Griffey Jr. 2000 UD Ionics Biorhythm. All right, next on the list here. This is cool. Quentin Holmes, 2017 Bowman Chrome Draft Autographs Black Wave Refractor 1 of 1. Oh, such a mouthful with this modern stuff. All these miscellaneous refractors and wave and ugh. So much. It's overkill. But it's cool. It's a beautiful card. I don't know if I'll put this on the museum or not because I don't know the player. I bought this card. I think I paid $15 for it. This is the 1 of 1. And the sellers are awesome. Love these guys. It's like it's a dad, it's a father and son, and they're just super nice people. So I found a card from this guy in their bargain bin for like I don't remember, it was $5 or whatever it was. It was another 1 of 1 of Quentin Holmes, and there's a Leaf card. And I was like, oh, this would be cool to scan and talk about the Leaf set and use this as the image. And I was like, what do you know about this guy? He's like, oh man, we just bought out this guy's collection. And he's showing me all this Quentin Holmes stuff. I was like, so who is this guy? It turns out he never actually made the major leagues, but he was highly prospected for a little, like a minute and a half. And the guy had this big collection of all the red refractors and all this. And I was like, what's the best card you have? He's like, well, we have this Black Wave. He's like, for you, it's, $15. I'm like, done. I had to go get like change or something because it was like the last day of Sunday. And I'd run out of my cash for the day. And so I like sold some product to a friend of mine and I was able to get my money. And then I came back and grabbed this card. But I'm showcasing it because obviously for a couple of reasons. One, the card's awesome. I don't know much about the player outside the fact he never made the major leagues, but he was prospected for a little while. It's great to be just 9.5 with a 10 autograph. The set's excellent. 2017 Bowman is awesome. And it's a 1 of 1. So why not? Can't beat that. I don't care who you are. It's $15 for this card like this. I'll buy it all day long. But I don't think I'd get my money back if I try to sell it. I don't know. I don't follow the Quentin Holmes market very closely, so I wouldn't really be able to speak intellectually about his existing market sale. But I'm keeping it, so it doesn't matter. This is just a picture, but man, this card was scanned incredibly well. So I'll probably scan it and use it for blogging, but it's not museum quality. It's blog quality though. Great card. So there you have it. This is the Quentin Holmes 2017 Bowman Chrome Draft Autographs Black Wave Refractor 1 of 1 BGS 9.5 Autograph 10. It's like a stretched out title. Yeah, I think they've run out of ideas with the refractors too. It's a lot of words for an insert set. What do you think? Do you think that they make too many parallels? Sometimes I think that. I know Panini is like very guilty of the over paralleling of cards. Too many options, not healthy. So But anyway, this card's awesome. Love it. Let's move on. Let's see here. What do we got here? Love this. Who doesn't love Nolan Arenado? I think this guy's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's credentialed through the nose. We didn't pick up on that in 2010 when he was coming out of Bowman Chrome Prospects, but man, this guy is awesome. And I have him in my A box now. I've made a section for him. Like he and Kershaw, Scherzer, Greinke, Verlander, they're all in A box quality guys. Like all first ballot guys in my opinion. And there's some other guys like Mookie Betts is going in there now. I'm getting his stuff now too. So, and we'll talk about a Betts card here in a minute. But let's start with this Nolan Arenado. 4 out of 5. This is the red parallel out of 5. I saw this is actually at the Adet Chavarum show my buddy Rich puts on. The Todd Hollandsworth from the previous video was purchased at the same show, the Adet Chavarum, but I added it to that video. Like it matters, the cards, whatever. But Nolan Arenado is really excellent. And when I saw this, I was like, well, I'm going to probably kick myself if I don't buy this card. If I walk away and this card's still sitting in this guy's showcase and I'm at home and I'm like knowing I didn't buy it, I'm like, just buy the card. Be done with it. You came out here to buy cool cards. This is a cool card. Get it. See the Cardinals red and red border. It's just awesome. The card is excellent. Great shot of Nolan Arenado swinging through. It's fantastic. The guy in the background either yawning or being like, oh my gosh, that's a really great swing and awesome that you hit that so far. I don't know. I like to think it's the latter, not the former. But even if it's the former, well, that's, sometimes we got to yawn. Like if I yawn just now and I pause it and I've got like this with my mouth open, it looks like I'm screaming through a microphone like in a rock band or something. I think about that sometimes. Sometimes I think about pausing it and putting that as my pose for these videos, but I'm probably never going to do that. Anyway, cool stuff. I got this for a pretty good deal. I bought some other stuff from the seller. And I offered him, I think it was like $40 for everything, and he took it. And I was really happy with that because Arenado is a guy I'm starting to follow a little bit more, and he's excellent. He's in some awesome current ultra modern sets, and so I'm picking up on that too. Helps me learn about some of the more modern stuff too, which I like. So there you have it. This is the Nolan Arenado 2023 Bowman Red parallel to 5, per run of 5. Love that. All right, this next one, this is cool. From the guy who sold me those packs, I bought a pack of 2023 Topps in the lot. I pulled this Mookie Betts card. It's got a black border, but it's not the black, like serial numbered parallel. It is based on my research. This is from the MLB Players Clubhouse exclusive, I guess. I don't know. It's what I can tell what it would be, but I can't confirm with certainty. Based on my research, that's what this is from. I guess they were packed out. I don't really know much more about this. Betts, obviously awesome. It's got a black border. It's not the black parallel, though. It's just kind of like the information is foggy. So at this time, I'm leaving it as the MLB Players Clubhouse exclusive. If you know what it is, please comment on it and let me know. I'd love to know if I'm wrong or if I'm right, just to confirm something here. Help me. No, you don't have to help me if you don't want to, but whatever. It's a low value card. It's cheap. I think there's one on eBay for like $15. So if I open a pack and pull this, like whatever, it justifies the dollar I paid for the pack. So who cares? I don't open the like base flagship. There's guys who put together all the base sets. I got base sets dating back to 74. I'm like, dude, that's how much space that takes up. My gosh, it's mostly commons. But people love that. So good for them. I don't do the base set completion thing myself, but if packs are cheap, I can get it for $1, then it's great. Yeah, I'd like go to another booth and the same packs are $5. Like anything on the $5, I'm like, it's too expensive. But for $1, I'll buy it and open it and see what I can do. I just rarely ever come across opportunities like that. Anyway, this is cool. This is Mookie Betts, 2023 Topps. I guess the MLB Players Clubhouse exclusive. Moving on. All right, love this. This is cool. Got this. This is the Frank Thomas. I don't, lately, I haven't been featuring Frank Thomas cards from Dallas Card Show pickups. Not that I don't want to. I definitely do. I just never find things that I want, that I buy, that I need. Because I don't buy any of the super ultra modern jersey, relic, game used, auto, one of one, platey, whatever. Because there's so much of it. My gosh. It's like every day I look at stuff and it's like a whole slew of another 1,000 cards of this stuff. And I can't keep up. So I don't buy any of it. I throw it on Pinterest though. A lot of Pinterest board stuff, which is fine. But rarely are the days that I actually buy some of this current modern stuff. I think last year I bought a 1-of-1 from Topps Gallery from 2021, which was great. I don't think I featured it on the video there on the review. I think I just put it in my to be filed and scanned for the archive and for the museum. But I'm featuring this one. This is the Frank Thomas 2024 Topps 89 Topps Silver Pack Chrome Red Refractor to 5. It's like one of those really long stretchers. These cards are awesome though. They're beautiful. Love the Silver Pack stuff. Topps does an excellent job, period. But they do a really good job with these cards. I love them. I love that they're not autoed, game used, and like gimmicked out. They're just cards. I like that. I just give me the card. You know? So when I found this in the guy's showcase, I asked him. I first took a picture of it because I was like, well, if nothing else, I'm going to get a picture of it. I asked him what he wanted for it. I was like, okay. Compelling. I walked around for a little bit and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Just get it. You're not going to see it again. Like it's to 5. You don't have a lot of stuff from 2024 anyway. This might make good for like the museum, like gallery photo thing, the cover featured image thing. So I went back. Later in the day toward like closing time. And I had some cash left over from the day. And I flat out just asked him, I was like, would you take this? And it was like quite a bit less. He was like, tell you what, come up to this and you got it. I was like, done. So they were packed up. He had to like pull out the briefcase and find out where he had it stored. He's like, I got it in here. I just got to find it. Give me a minute. I was like, take your time. And I just chit chat with him. Like, what are you guys doing for dinner? And I just recommended some restaurants to him while he was finding, and I handed over cash when he found it. He at the same time, and then I got the card. I was really happy to get it. So really nice guys. I always love meeting people at these shows. It's funny. I go to the show and I'll meet guys with cards I want, and I'll write down like their information. I sometimes forget about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't have $1,700 for that right now, but I'd love to own it. And then it's gone. It's in the background. That happens sometimes. I remember the 2019 National came back. The next day I reached out to one of the dealers. I did like some research and some legwork to try to find a guy who had some cards that I should have bought and try to secure them, and they were gone. So I've talked about this before, is that if you think you're going to want it later, just buy it and deal with it later. You're going to feel a lot better knowing you have it than not having it. And this is one of those cards that like I knew I was going to regret not buying if I didn't buy it. So just get it. We were just far apart initially, which is why I walked, but I came back. I was like, well, it never hurts to ask him if he'd take a lesser amount for this thing. And so when he did take it a little bit higher, when he countered, which is a little bit higher, I was whatever, like, I'll take it. And so glad to get this. This is the Frank Thomas 2024 Topps 89 Topps Silver Packs Chrome Red Refractor to 5. I feel like I'm gonna take a nap after that. I just ran the marathon. Good stuff. Love that. So that covers my experience at the May 16 through 19 and 2024 Dallas Card Show. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Patrick Reno, and until next time, enjoy collecting. If you like this content, please subscribe. Thanks. Enjoy collecting.